Let me tell you something. Life has a quiet way of revealing what was hidden. Not always with a loud bang or a dramatic moment, but often in the silence. You sit there with a heavy heart, questioning why people walked away, why they hurt you, why they acted like they were with you when they never truly were. But here's the truth you might not want to hear. When you ask God for clarity, you are not just asking for direction. You are asking for truth. You are asking for vision. And sometimes that truth is not pretty. When you pray for guidance, God doesn't just light your path. He also illuminates what was hidden in the shadows. He shows you who was pretending. He removes the illusion and lets you see people for who they really are. It is rarely easy. It often hurts, but it is necessary. You may have thought they were your people, the ones who laughed with you, shared meals, shared moments, shared dreams. But not everyone who claps for you is cheering from a genuine place. Not everyone who sits beside you is invested in your well-being. Some simply like the light you carry, but they were never willing to walk with you through the dark. God hears what you do not. He sees what you miss. He is present in the conversations that never reached your ears and the looks exchanged behind your back. He knows the weight of words never spoken aloud, and when the time is right, He lets you see it, slowly, carefully, with grace and precision. A sentence that feels off, a gesture that does not match their words, a tug in your spirit that tells you something is wrong. And piece by piece, the puzzle begins to make sense. This is the answer to your prayer, but it is an answer that can leave you feeling like the ground has shifted. Because when the truth arrives, it can shake you. You look around and wonder how long you have been surrounded by people wearing masks. It is not that they suddenly changed. They were always this way. You just see it now. And that is a hard thing to carry. You may feel betrayed. You may feel angry. You may cry and ask why God allowed you to go through this. But understand this. His clarity is a gift, not a punishment. He is not revealing the truth to break you. He is doing it to protect you, to free you from false connections, to stop you from building a life on shaky ground. How many times have you stayed in relationships that drained you simply because you did not know the full story? How often have you ignored your instincts because the truth felt too hard to face? God knows that without clarity, you would keep repeating the cycle. You would keep giving your time and energy to people who only take. So He steps in. He intervenes. He lets you feel the weight of dishonesty. He lets you see the fake smiles and hear the words they never meant for you to hear. Not to cause you pain, but to help you let go. This is His way of pulling you out of the places where your soul was suffocating. His way of saying that you were made for more. But you must be willing to accept what He shows you. You cannot heal from what you continue to excuse. You cannot move forward while holding on to what is no longer real. Clarity often comes wrapped in discomfort, but do not confuse that discomfort with destruction. Sometimes it is the beginning of your deliverance. So let go of what you thought it was. Let the truth settle in. Mourn what you lost, but do not chase it. Let God do what only He can do. Let Him strip away what is false so you can finally stand on something true. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. You are not falling apart. You are being set free. That is the power of clarity, and that is the mercy of God. The most difficult part of clarity is that it demands action. It confronts you with truths you can no longer ignore. Once your eyes are opened, they cannot unsee what has been revealed. You can no longer pretend everything is fine. You can no longer make excuses for people who have already shown you who they are. Clarity brings a choice, and often that choice is one you have been avoiding. It may mean stepping away from relationships you believed would last a lifetime. It may mean creating distance between yourself and people you love because their actions no longer match their words. It may mean learning to stand on your own, trusting that God will sustain you even when no one else remains by your side. In those moments, it is natural to feel overwhelmed, to question if you misjudged, if you were the one at fault, if the heartbreak could have been avoided. But clarity is not God punishing you. It is Him growing you. It is His way of showing you what you need to see, so you can become who you were always meant to be. God is not just answering your request for understanding. He is answering your silent plea for peace, for healing, for joy that is genuine, for relationships built on truth, not on illusion. His clarity is proof that He is working for your good, even when the process feels painful. He is removing what does not nourish your spirit, making space for what will. And although you may not understand it while you are in the thick of it, there will come a day when you look back and see His fingerprints on every moment. You will see how the pain carved strength into your soul. You will see how the loss became a bridge to something greater. And you will realize that clarity was never just about others. It was about revealing something deep within yourself. It was about awakening you to your worth, to your strength, to your calling. And that realization, that inner truth, is what sets you free. There is a truth in life that we all face eventually. Not everyone who walks beside you is truly with you. And when you first come to understand that, it can shake you. Because we are built to trust. We want to believe the best in others. We assume that those who stay close to us share our hearts, our values, our intentions. But proximity does not equal loyalty. Just because someone is in your life does not mean they are in your corner. And when this truth reveals itself, it can cause you to question everything. You begin to see that some people are not walking with you out of love, but out of convenience. They benefit from being near your light, but they were never willing to carry it with you. They may celebrate your victories out loud while secretly waiting for your fall. They may speak kindly in public while harboring envy in private. Their support is shallow, their loyalty is situational, and their love is conditional. These are not always easy things to detect. Some people are masters of performance. They know how to say the right things. They know how to mirror your values just enough to stay close, but their presence is built on appearance, not on depth. And when life becomes difficult, when you need more than surface-level support, their absence will speak louder than their words ever did. They will vanish when you are no longer useful. They will withhold help when it costs them something. They will find reasons to step back when you need someone to lean on. That is when the truth begins to take shape. And on the other side of that truth are the ones who remain, the ones who choose to stay, the ones who carry your burdens as if they were their own. They show up when it is inconvenient. They choose you when it is not easy. Their loyalty is quiet but constant. Their presence is not for show, it is for love. God allows these moments of separation to happen, not out of cruelty, but out of protection. He knows that you cannot build something lasting with people who are only halfway invested. He knows that the future He has planned for you cannot be supported by relationships rooted in self-interest or deception. So He lets the truth rise to the surface. He gives you eyes to see who is standing near you and who is truly standing with you. And once you see the difference, you are free to make the choices you have been avoiding. You are free to draw the line, to close the door, to protect your peace. This is not punishment. This is preparation. God is refining your circle. He is surrounding you with those who are aligned with your purpose, not just your past. And in that process, you are becoming stronger, wiser, freer. Clarity is not always gentle, but it is always a gift. Seeing the truth can break something inside you. There's no use pretending otherwise. It hurts to realize that someone you trusted, someone you opened your heart to, was never truly standing with you. That kind of betrayal cuts deep. You find yourself going back over every conversation, every moment, searching for the signs you missed. You wonder how you didn't see it. You question your own instincts, your own worth. You start to believe maybe you were the problem. But the truth is, it was never about you. It was always about them. Their inability to love you well, to stand beside you with honesty and commitment, speaks volumes about their character, not yours. Once you understand that, something inside you shifts. You stop trying to convince people to care. You stop fighting for places where your presence is merely tolerated. You stop pouring your energy into relationships that only leave you feeling empty. And in that space, a new kind of freedom is born. You start making room for people who see you clearly and love you deeply. People who celebrate you without envy, who support you without conditions, who believe in your vision and show up not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. These are the ones who stand with you, not just beside you. These are the people who walk with purpose, who walk with loyalty, and who walk with you simply because they want to. There is strength in knowing who is truly in your corner. That kind of clarity is powerful. It teaches you how to set boundaries. It helps you guard your peace. It allows you to focus on what matters most. And even though letting go of those who only ever offered half-hearted loyalty is painful, it is necessary. Because you cannot rise to your full potential while surrounded by people who are only half invested. You need a circle that is committed, a foundation you can rely on, a team that reflects the values you hold close. So the next time you feel betrayed, misunderstood, or let down, remind yourself of this one truth. Not everyone who stands next to you is standing with you, and that is all right. It is not your job to convince anyone of your worth. It is not your job to fix people who are unwilling to change. Your only responsibility is to remain rooted in who you are, to stay faithful to your purpose, and to trust the path God is leading you on.